you need to leave some room for surprises and let things come your way and take on opportunities that you didn't see coming, and that might take you to a really nice place, you know. I never
That's
thought I was
amazing.
going to do this, or that I was gonna work with Keanu 3 times.
When you think of me, you should think of fire.
Len, I wanted to start with you. You're obviously no stranger when it comes to directing films that are part of franchises, and with this one, we'll get to see recurring themes and elements from other John Wick films. I'm curious, how did you approach balancing that unique tone and style from these films with presenting a new and unique kind of distinctive identity for Ballerina?
I approach it because I love the tone that has been established. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this film is I think John Wick has such a unique tone, and tone is very important to me. And it just has a really good balance of a very kind of gritty and kind of violent action, but it's also very self-aware, and has a kind of this kind of gallows humor underneath it all. So partly it's just loving that tone already, and then being able to add different layers to that. And I really approach things from, or if I was not directing the movie, what would I just love to see? And because I think you start guessing too much about possibly what audiences might want to see from something that they love, I think you kind of lose your way a little bit creatively. So I just really look at it from what would I love to see if I was sitting down in a theater, loving these movies, what would I hope to see?
Right. Well, that's amazing. I mean, I wanted to continue with you on. I love how action scenes can be seen as kind of choreography, since they require specific steps, certain moments which must be rehearsed. But how is the process of integrating the discipline of ballet into the action scenes for your character?
Yeah, it was really slow at times, and and really rewarding because we did build these fights in a way that felt authentic for the character. I didn't want to play someone that was tough all the time, like a superhero that doesn't feel anything and can take on any man, any size. That was not what I wanted to do, and I did want to incorporate the ballet, which is such a tough. I think is the most difficult thing to do in the world. As much as I could into the fights. So it was kind of like getting to know myself and let the stunt team like help me get the best out of me and tailor the fights to my strengths and what I would look the best
Yeah, we would get
doing.
reports. The thing is, you're also like
Yeah,
looking at what somebody's. I remember getting a text from when you were doing the choreography and we just started, and it's like Anna's a really good kicker.
yeah. I want to
Writing
kick
down,
more.
so I'm
Yeah,
writing down like Anna's a really good kicker. All right, so I started going through the sequence of like, okay, where can we
yeah,
get it? Because it's not necessarily something that like is in like John Wick's language so much. And so okay, so the kicking, so like it's things that just like she's naturally good at that. Okay,
yeah.
let's incorporate that.
Yeah, but also because we wanted to find my own style, you know, and or Eve's own style. Because even though they have the, you know, John Wick and Eve will come to see that they have the same background and the same training. You know, he's who he is and I am who I am. We're not trying to, you know, imitate. I'm not trying to imitate him. So it was really fun, and also like play around with all these strange new weapons that I was finding along along the way, that Len was coming up with, like, you know.
Did I send you those things early on? I
Yes, you
think
did.
I did,
Yes, you
right?
did.
Yeah,
The
of
ice
like
skate being one of them.
the
It was
ice
like
skate with
a fight with ice skates, like gloves. I'm like,
what?
what is this?
Yeah.
What am
I'm
I?
like, okay, so I
What did I
built
get
it.
myself into?
Yeah, so I would build it and then put it like, and then like showed it as a video. Like, no, it's kind of like boxing gloves, but with like, when they've got knives on the ends.
Yeah.
Like that, the gun knife thing. There would be a lot of, yeah, it was fun coming up with those.
Yeah, I thought that, you know, playing into the the fact that this is a male-dominated world, I wanted to feel she's going through a lot of emotional pain, but I wanted to also feel the physical pain, because I think the more realistic you do that, and the more you add to it, and the more you show her relentlessly overcoming that again and again, and still going at it and not backing out, it's what makes her badass and amazing, So the more they kick my ass, the better.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think I have time for one last question, Ana. By the time this film hits theaters, 10 years will have passed since your Hollywood debut with Knock Knock. Now, starring in Ballerina, reflecting on that journey, what is one lesson you learned from that experience that you believe has brought you to where you are today?
Work with Keanu.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Just keep Keanu around. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I just maybe I never thought I was going to be in action films. I never thought of myself as someone athletic or capable of doing something of this magnitude and so complex. And you need to leave some room for surprises and let things come your way, and take on opportunities that you didn't see coming, and that might take you to a really nice place. I never thought I was going to do this, or that I was going to work with Keanu 3 times, and here we are.
Right, here we are. Well, thank you so much for your time, you guys. I'm a huge fan of you both. Thank you for this conversation. Congratulations on the movie. Us here in Mexico cannot wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.